Good morning. Our house arrest. Anyway, I um, did a video, okay? And I had to erase it. It was an hour long. It was mag notes. And my mom, she gives me this like paper, right? And on the back, it's like from her like computer, okay? Printer. And like, I was like, oh shit. Like, I noticed like at one part I had my, like legal name on the paper because, I did like 100 subjects. Okay, it was a treacherous moment erasing it. Okay, because on the back, I mean, I must have showed like my parents' emails and everyone they email. Mm. And of course, I'm like, oh, I just spent 3 hours trying to do this, sending it, not sending it. First, I did it, and then I record it on the Mobizin because if not, it would take like 4 hours to download versus one, right? Anyway, the YouTube changes up a lot. Sorry, I'm talking so slow. It's the morning. So I'm on True Server, which I'm trying my hardest not to upload on because they've already taken, it's been at least 10 channels. Sorry, I'm not as particular. I think it's been 12 actually, but who's counting? I have tried to. I'm also pissed because I lost a lot of stuff that I didn't save. And this phone, memory card. And don't get it all twisted. If you don't like me, you need to get out of here. If you're thinking, why is she talking about this? Get out of here. Okay? This is not a video on it. I'm not a mag hater. And I like him more than you. So I don't know what your freaking problem is. Oh, that is the problem. Anyway, when I was in middle school, I was a MC. I wanted to sing soprano. It didn't sound very good. They brought me up in alto more for singing. So I wanted to do a little intro to some of Mag's videos, and I do have mine on here too. So if you're confused by any sense, you shouldn't be. I sub to me, and I sub to Mag at this point. You should not be confused by my voice and his voice. Two different voices, two different people. Yeah, my material, I don't have anything that I tried my hardest not to have anything that was that disagreed with his stuff. Uh, if something like slips by, I'd be curious. I've worked very diligently for that. Okay. Because he's big on, he doesn't miss. Okay, that's not exactly my style. Um, I didn't think it was, but that's okay. So this video, hopefully it doesn't do that. This phone is so sensitive. So that video, those three girls are boys. Okay, again, the transgender movement. They're dressing, they do this. And so the girls and the sports people, okay, the three sports genders, I know what to do here. So this is how they normalize it. And how are we going to, it's one thing to normalize gay, then transgender, and then pedophilia and bestiality. We're going to be watching Oprah and someone's going to be up there with their dog. We're going to be watching Meg break down a video, and it's going to be a man and his kid that are married now. I mean, gross. And Mag, he wants to know how, if we see it, Now, when I first started, no, my eyes were not looking for anything of that. Uh, I guess that's why. I don't know if it's some type of selective seeing. Now, at this point, it's hard for me not to see it, but in all fairness, the one thing I had a skill in was spatial relations. And, like, so it's good. It makes it, for me, that's something I worked on a long time. Like, I'm not stuttering because I'm reading a script. I'm stuttering because I'm thinking in my head of many different examples to share with you and what to share with you and how to share it. Learning if people are authentic or not is important. I grew up extremely sheltered, extremely genuine and authentic, even if it was a lie. Okay, so, and I've had unauthentic people gravitate towards me. I am not sure how deep it is, my paranoia, if it's correct, like, yeah, I probably could call most of the people in my life agents, um, unless I've seen them playing a role on TV. I don't exactly say they're theirs. Another great thing about only subbing to MAG. Now, I didn't always think like this, okay? But I have searched up and down for people like me, and I have not found anyone like me that subs to MAG, puts out material, shares, spreads the word. Okay, and that's all I'm here for on YouTube. Sometimes I take things further. Mag's been very clear. He doesn't answer things he doesn't have the answer to, which is different than someone like me who is always pondering stuff. I have not found anything I can disagree with him or prove wrong. Okay, that says a lot. Okay. All right. So, blackface. Mag points out that blackface has nothing to do with racism. It's about them wearing masks. And you can be aware of that because whether you're white or black, you wore the mask. They wear masks today. They're always looking for some type of damage control to deceive you on that. A lot of people, I don't know if it's a lot of people, but I can tell you there are people very close to me who follow the news. And I think they are not, I don't think it's about whether or not they think it's true or they fall for it. It's the fact that it is broadcast in their home and they are aware of it. I do know they believe in history. Okay, this I will say, oh shit, was obvious transgender. Semenye in the middle, all of them. They're all men dressed as women. And what they're saying is that if you start early and you become a tranny when you're 6, we're going to let you, and your parents aren't going to be able to tell you to stop. I'm sorry, I was thinking of something else. Okay, yeah, I am smoking. And I'm sorry. That is not good. Um, I've gone half my life without it, and it's got a hold on me because of what's going on in my life. I have, finding Mag in the last 2 years and really being able to see what's in front of me has given me an amazing excuse to continue on. Having best friends that smoke as well makes it very difficult. Okay. Nipsey Hussle. Fake. Fake everything. Nipsey looks just like a bunch of characters. Okay, they play a lot of different roles. Not black, Arab. Not that that should matter, but I think today, in these days, we're looking for, you're not looking, no one's looking to start a revolution or start a big, no one's even going for, except for like me, I've always been into parties and that's been my thing. But for the most part, people are just looking for, a friend, a best friend, a couple friends. So they're not going to look far from who they are. That's why they always bring you people just like you so you can identify with them over the people you can meet in real life. Okay, Boston George is a woman. It's a fake story about a supposable billionaire drug dealer. That's right. These people don't do drugs. Okay, they do blood. They know what you're doing and they don't care. Don't you see? Okay, the other drug kingpin was Pee Wee, not Pee Wee Herman. His name's Pee Wee Kirkland. Supposedly went to jail and he didn't go to jail. Can you believe it? Some dumb shit. Okay, that's my video on Trump, and not just Trump, but it's on the mask thing, what's going on, the curfew. Also, this was amazing. Moncef Slaoui. That's right. They brought some Israeli guy from the Trump administration who looks like he just got off the plane with a name like Moncef. What, Monday? I thought it was Moncel. Okay. Slaoui. Okay, with the red and white in the background, who's giving you this briefing where he tells you day to day of what's going to happen for the next year. That 100 million people will be vaccinated under the Trump administration in the next month. And it's not far off at all, people. If they say 150 million voted, they can say whatever they want. And then another 20 to 30 million for your 2-3 every month, which means we're done by the end of the year. Okay, so, oh, shoot. Okay, so this was about Emmett Hill, which is one of the beginning stories, like did they say 1830, 1930? And this guy supposedly was completely lynched, killed. His mom, hold on, before we get into the mom, hopefully we won't forget about the mom. The stories, like, he's staying with his relatives and they actually give him away, a 14-year-old boy, and like waited days for him. First they were like, we got to get him out of here. And instead of going right to the train station, they go back and then they give him away and wait patiently. It was really dumb. And then the mom's like, here's a mom who supposedly lost their kid, who would have supposed, if that happened, could you imagine how that mom would really be? So this one's like, yeah, I walked up, I noticed he was choked out, and then after that, an eyeball was out, and the other eyeball, and a hole through the head, and it was a total joke. No tears. Okay, the animals, the man-made animals. And I understand, like, you may hear this and be like, well, this is all different. Well, there you go. The fact that it's different, you're not allowed to say it, but it's an option on the table that most people can't even talk about because they're so traumatized by all the different issues there. You can't mention things to them about the government paying for their food or bringing them food or how they take kids around the world if you can't feed them, and how people sell their babies, what happens when a baby's adopted out, what happens, how they fool people into adopting. I'm just saying, there's a whole bunch of stuff people can't talk about, especially the pedophilia. The trans issue, they can't even admit to. And you got a whole culture, a whole generation. You got a whole world of men who have been jacking off to other men, and they're still not up on it. And it's deeper. If a man's been paying a whore, okay, for sex, what that incurs is that he's paying to have someone be nice to him. So what happens when you're nice to a man who's used to getting whores or getting trannies for that matter? When you're nice to them, they may start treating you worse and thinking they can do anything to you and say anything to you. And that's not the case, people. Okay, there's no amount of money you could give me to allow that to occur. The numbnut Noah's Ark stories about the flood, and I bring in, as much. What I do is my style is at this point. I want to be able to show you how I got here. I think that's what I try doing, is being that connection link. Okay, to introduce you to Mag and hopefully show you how you can also be able to express yourself and have your anger and go in the right direction, and of course give back to the community and find work that's enjoyable. I don't recall, well, I have. When I wasn't smoking, I found serving very enjoyable, caregiving. I could do it. But what I'm doing now is like something I can do all day and night and feel good about. And it's hard work, okay? And just because we're not getting paid for it, it's the true nonprofit. Okay, they're mocking us again. Okay, I wanted to do something on debt and equity because it took me like 4 years to understand it. And then tax and ethics, I just threw that in because it's through tax that you learn about the debt and equity and how they take. And how the system is built on no ethics. It doesn't exist yet, okay? On the books. Next one's about Christopher Columbus. Okay, MAGS, the government operation, the one eye, the tracking and hacking, the towers. I cannot remember. Hoover. Do you remember they gave you that thing about how they tapped into the phones? They're telling you what they can do, and no one wants to believe that they can hear everything. So as Mag says, they can. Look at this one. They can't. After several long nights, listen to everyone, but they can listen to anyone. Those were supposable. Again, they always give you these people that look like my parents, because they're such good people, and they're not. Okay, so anyway, they say those two people were activists and all this whistleblower bullshit. Okay, they're just saying things that will get you thrown in jail or have you stupid and going to their rallies and being on one of their political agendas. Those are all set up by them. I used to have this friend. She used to think she went through the revolution and it was like Serbia or Slavovia or something with the and yeah, I was like, no, that's all set up, but either way, it was real to her, and she thinks she's going to be able to do shit like that here. Well, maybe she will, but it won't be legit. So Harvey Weinstein's now this old guy. Really? They pull him off the scene. They always do that. It's a Freemason ritual. Worldwide banking and trickery. All the banks are the same. When they say one gets pulled off the scene and they did something wrong, or it closes down, they put a new one up, and they're all the same. Okay? They make money every time a house is bought and sold. They make money on that house every single time. It's like the house is bought again, and they make the money again every time someone moves, because it's all being done in the bank and no one ever sees the money, and people are always making these payments on this fake money. And if the money does exist, it's already our money. So you see what I'm saying? All the money in the bank is ours. So they give you a loan for $1 million. Well, that's not $1 million they had. It's just $1 million that was sitting in the bank, or it's a fake number. And then you go and pay them monthly because you got to pay them back. It's not like it's free money. So if I had never fallen for any of this shit, I would have achieved my stuff decades ago. Hello? So if you're sitting there pretty and you're, 18, there you go. Well, actually, I was 22 after college. I'm talking about. I fell for the whole college thing because my parents paid for that and they want them to pay again. It's crazy. Yeah. Philosophy, I did a little bit on that, breaking down some of these assholes and that they gave us for truth. The USA Brown Box ball busting house arrest. That's about the masks and how we're all going to be getting, you get a brown box whether you buy it from Amazon. So they know exactly what food you're getting. Okay. Okay, obviously, obviously not because you're not listening to it. Obvious to me. Missing, Porridge, True Server are me. Okay, and Mag is Mag. Yeah, I started with Conspiracy Search Engine. I started making videos about 2 years ago, 2.5, 3. I found Mag 2 years ago. So I started off, my shit was like on Flat Earth British. I had a t-shirt with Lightgate. I was watching Flat Earth British stuff for like 10 hours a day. I followed everything my friend told me about Flat Earth. 5 years ago when I got to internet, I learned about Pizzagate. One of my best friends is into Wilcock and aliens. I gave that a shot and Jesus for like 6 months. No, I'm not kidding you. So I like, yeah, that you say what a fucking idiot, but it just shows the type of open mind I had. Okay, that I was willing to do that. What I ended up with was a drone above my house blinking. Okay, Mohammed may be a robot, wears glasses, all these characters. You don't know sure if they're robots, they're CGI. I'm sorry, that's me. They're females. They're, whatever they are. Masked up, of course. Mag doesn't say that. Social credit hacking, that's to scare you straight. Are you entertained by movies? That one they took me like 6 uploads on BitChute to put it up there. They do copyright strikes, okay, and blocks. I haven't had a strike in a while. They just block it and take it down. They like to stop me at the gate. Maybe they don't want, the people that could find me to find me. Like people in real life. Commercials are now the commercial thing. Okay. Breakfast Club, you are aware they have naked men behind them. I guess they're trying to do some metaphor when they show you a black man eating out of a white man's ass. And if that offends you, then the show should definitely offend you, because I'm just telling you what the show has right behind that character's head. I'm not sure in that video, but definitely in Max. The one he just did it. Which one is it? They probably already took it down. DJ Vlad, Boston George, it's on there. Okay. The offers and sacrifice, aka blood, that's about blood and DNA. the Mariana Trench, that's Mags. Okay, CGI Mariana Trench. And then I tried to do something to kind of lead up to his video. And also because he was saying how he said something like, "You think you're smart? You were smart and you fell for this." And I'm like, oh shit. And then I went to like, because I did diving, and I did the Red Sea, and and then I went deep. I keep going until I feel comfortable that I have, demolished them, right? Pulling up their million view CGI bullshit, okay? And trying to also be honest about where it is that it's tough for me to see, okay? Which is different than Mag, okay? That I did on MO3 because he died, supposedly. There was another one on the rappers, right? Did they take it? Oh no, the fake shootings and rappers. Yeah, that's more of it. I can't remember. That's mine. I can't remember. Then they took down, I did something on the LOL dolls, which is literally little baby infants dressed up as hookers. And on the bottom, they tell you if they spit or tinkle, change color, or cry. And it's pedophilia. That's exactly what they're doing. And they're having older girls push baby sex pushers. It's disgusting. They're turning our girls into pimps, not whores. No government puppet is for the people. Wake up. Of course, Biden. Meg's going to tear Biden in half. That's fake. That picture of that baby with the big head. No. Okay, it's so easy for them to fool people. Mary Kay Ash makes makeup, and they make makeup for men to look like women. And Mary Kay is a man. They have a way. Oh shit! They have a way to do the makeup to have it look like. Oh, you see what it does? They have. Mm-hmm. See, it's not that. The phone's been doing that. Okay. We are aware of how they do the makeup because that's how we were taught to put on makeup. Okay. The way that men put makeup on to look like women is the same way women did it. Now, women that still do makeup and are aware that it's for drags are competing against drags for men who are attracted to that look. Even, do you see what I'm saying? Whether it's a man or a woman. Now, most guys, from my experience, don't want me in makeup, from what I remember. Either I've had, like, just weird, what did he say? I can't remember. Something like, I don't know why he just, I can't remember. Okay. Lamar Odom, Viagra overdose. They've been doing these little psyops with Lamar Odom and the Kardashians. Okay, the Kardashians are all drags. And Lamar Odom, they're pushing mental illness. They're pushing rehabs, right? They're pushing Viagra. Oh, and they did a total advertisement for Dennis Hoff. That's right, guys. You can just press on that video and get a number for the ranch. And when you can go there and you can have sex, they're going to show you which drags you can have sex with. Mm-hmm. The New World Order DNA collection. Yes, of course. The vaccine, the chip, and yeah. If you're not up on that, you just crawled out from under a rock. That's a Mag quote. Of course. Now, if you hear something, if you just got here and you hear something, you go to Mag and you hear him say it and I said it, he said it first. Okay. The truth about your untrusted news. Doing news clips. Okay, let's get down here. You've been hypnotized with black magic. This one over is like moving the string and saying it with this guy, and they're like, well, you can make a string move. Over's a big old man. Amazon, all those guys, Bezos, they're liars. Okay, they're no ones. Everyone reads scripts. Oh, I guess Mag fell for this guy. I'm sorry. A little respect, Alana. Okay, Dread. Dread is Bros Craig Chez's girlfriend. And supposedly he has a wife and kids. And supposedly he was going to do a balloon and a P900 camera, which is the camera they gave us where you could see that the planets and stars were not planets and stars like circular. And you knew that telescopes were a lie. And it was just a certain type of camera that only lets you see so far, because the P900 shows you that it's just, lights, decorations in the sky. And then some people think it's water or Mandela effect or, whatever the hell they think. It's just decorations. And okay, so he never did the balloon. He stole the money, and he's got like thousands of people. And he sounds like, someone like me. Like, I'm done, and he hasn't had any channels go down either. Okay. These guys are total losers. Okay. I had 100 subs when I had a call for an uprising calling me ugly on my thing. That's how retarded they are. He went to my channel to put me down, right? Because I'm a mag follower. So this Dread guy is with Sanchez, and he's taking money, and now he just left with the money. He wouldn't even do the balloon. Okay. Puppets at Sesame Street. There's two guys sitting next to each other, like their girlfriend and boyfriend, and they got both holding a puppet. I mean, is this what they do? They sit there and they get a truckload of like infants, and they're like, which one will we eat? And which one will we penetrate? Which one will we have dance around for us? Which one will be my girlfriend? So everyone that's me. Okay, so I guess as an MC, I'm making my jokes. If you don't think I'm funny, that's your prerogative. I happen to try extremely hard. I am funny, witty, and a whole bunch of other things you could call me. All right. Processed food, that's an amazing video. You got to be real careful. Anything they're sending you is poison. If they're buying your food, you're in a world freaking hurt. You need to try to find real food. Now, just because I may have to get food from their stores, hello, you don't get to start protecting them because of that. I mean, if someone's in a bad situation, you don't kick them while they're down. You should be able to see the truth even if you're doing it. Just because I smoke paper and chemicals, I'm not like, yeah, well, then it's good. No, it's still bad. Okay. How can Osteen sell the word of God? Osteen, I am, therefore I am. I am rich, that's why I'm rich. I say I'm beautiful, that's why I'm beautiful. No, you're beautiful because you spend every minute of the day making yourself beautiful. And that's actually my laugh. Most of my laughs, I find I get them from somewhere. I've always wanted to know where I get them from. I get a lot from my parents and a lot from other old bosses. Okay, not only because I choose it, but in some ways the body does work like that, especially physically. Not blood. I mean, I'm talking like, what I look like. If I eat like them, I get the same ailments type thing. Okay, the dog. Yeah, Meg's talked about the man-made animals. And I have not done as much on I don't do the I have broken them down, but not like deep. And that's important, people, because we never fall for it if it was in front of our face. That's why they have to do it on the TV, right? Okay, I hope it's loud enough. It's not loud enough. Could you even hear me at all? If the volume is down there, shit. Maybe I should end it. What if the volume was down the whole time? I thought I could keep the volume off, but I think if it's on 0, you can't hear me. Shh.